Welcome. I guess there are two reasons that I want to start doing this, and one is that I have explained what's going on to a number of people over the past month or so, and even more than that in the past week. And what I'm finding is that it's creating some negativity in my mind and in my life, and it's just not something I want to do, is have negativity. And the other reason is that by doing this, I may be able to help someone else. And so if I'm able to help someone else, then all the time and effort that I put into it will be worth it, So, that's the idea. But, let's get right down to it. A month ago, I was told, well, a little over a month ago, I was told that, I had a lung disease, and that it was something that was pretty bad. It's called idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. And so idiopathic means basically they don't know the origin, they don't know the cause. It just happened. So, you can say, well, you used to smoke cigarettes. Well, yeah, that's true, I did. And maybe that's what caused it, but I can't, they can't say that definitely that's what did, and it could have been anything, and so they did a lot of testing, and man, they ran so many tests on me, it's incredible. But so anyway, this is what they came up with, was IPF, idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. So they call it IPF, and they for me, IPF really means I'm personally, you fill in the blank. I don't want to make this a R-rated video. I have outlets that I can use my profane language with, and I don't really need to do it here. This is for my family and my friends and people to get an understanding of what's going on, how I'm handling it, and how things are going about. So I guess the real question, is what's the story? How did this all come about? And so what happened was, back in 2020, in the summer of 2020, I had some experiences where walking on inclines or walking up a set of stairs, I felt a little short of breath. And, it wasn't like, hurting or anything, but I just, I felt a little tight, and I went and had some stuff done. I had an X-ray done, and they came back with this. They said that the X-ray looks great, but I still hurt. And then they sent me in for some coronary testing, testing my heart. I did the treadmill thing and did some other stuff, and they said, your heart looks great, So I was convinced there really wasn't anything wrong with me. I had gained some weight back during the during the COVID lockdown. I had done keto to lose all that weight, and so I gained it back, and I had a weird phobia about buying vegetables in the store. Didn't know a lot about COVID when it came out, and and so that's what kind of got me off the COVID diet. And so I gained a bunch of weight back. So I was thinking maybe that had something to do with it. I'm getting a little older too, maybe that has something to do with it. So anyway, I lived with it for a while, and it started getting a little worse. And in July of this year, I was having some trouble with some, it affected me during the school year. I was having trouble getting into my primary. And I actually started trying to get into my primary back in like March of 2023. And they couldn't get me in for an appointment. It'd be like 2 months out or something. I'm thinking this is ridiculous, and tried again over the summer break. Yeah, 2 months out. This is ridiculous. And so I went to a urgent care, and I told them what was going on with me, and they said, let's take a chest x-ray just to see what's there. Well, this is what they got. Yeah, that's it. And your lungs, when you x-ray them, should be fairly clear. This obviously is not clear. It is all that white floating around in there, and the one on the right is actually my left lung. That's where it's the worst. And it's they don't know why the left lung is worse than the right lung, but what you see is scarring. And so I'm not real sure how the scarring happens in the process, but that's what we got going on. And so that lady that was working at urgent care, it freaked her out. She was pretty scared, like telling me, go straight to the hospital. Yeah, okay, I'll go spend $3,000 because you took an X-ray. Which, to me, and so miraculously, I called my primary and told them I had a lung X-ray that was abnormal. And they got me in the next day. Can you imagine that? After telling me there wasn't any appointments available for 2 months. How's that work? So anyway, I get in there, and the doctor said, this sounds like lung disease, and so they started trying to get me into the University of Washington. Insurance wouldn't pay for that. They tried to get me into Tri-Cities, and Tri-Cities was way out, so I ended up going to Seattle to the Kaiser Permanente facility on Capitol Hill, and that was in the first part of October. And they looked at me, had me do some testing, had me do a walk for 6 minutes, longest 6 minutes I've had in a while. And they looked at all the scanning that I'd had done. I had a CT scan, and they said, this is what we think it is, but we're going to do a bunch of tests, and then we will get back to you in a month with an official diagnosis and a treatment plan. And so about a week ago, I got that phone call. It was scheduled. I knew it was coming, and I honestly knew what was coming. He had told me that it was this IPF. And so the treatment plan that he had was a drug called pirfenidone. And I have not started the drug yet. I will start it probably this weekend. And, I will update you as to how that is going. But, long-term plan for me right now, in my mind, is that, I will hopefully buy some time with this drug, and I handle it well, so that my lungs aren't completely enveloped with this scarring, and I'm not going to come out and say it. You can figure out what will happen. And so I will go, then I would like to get on the list to get a transplant. And there are some pretty stringent rules as far as who can get on that list. And the thing that is most prevalent for me is that you have to have a BMI of 30 to get on that list at the University of Washington. So I am currently about 40, 45. I don't know. I didn't stop to figure it out, But I started keto a week ago. on the 1st of November. I am hitting it harder than I've ever done. And more serious. I guess I'm a little more motivated than I was before. No cheating, keeping track of stuff, checking my ketones, trying to make this thing work so that I can lose weight. I need to lose at least 100 pounds, probably more like 110. And so that's what's going on with me right now. There's some other things that I need to do, but you know, that's what's happening with me. And you know, and I want to be positive about it, and I want to continue to be a, you know, a good guy, a supportive guy, and a guy that's you know, out there helping other people, because I love to help other people, you know, especially in that 12-step program that I attend to, and you know, I'm not going to bring that up, and I'll talk about that maybe in a future video, but you know, I'm just wanting to get you guys the message so that you know what's going on with me, and at this point, you pretty much know everything that I know, you know. Lily is being very supportive. Those of you who may not know, I think most of you do if you're my friends or family, I got married less than 2 years ago. Met the love of my life in Colombia, and that would be the country, and you know, proposed to her, did the paperwork for her to come here, and we got married after she got here, and you know, and man, you know, I've never been married, and I've never been in love like this, and it's amazing, and I don't want it to end, and that's part of my motivation too, is that I want to be with her just as long as I absolutely can. So, you know, I mean, if you know, I might need cheerleaders. You know, I might need people to call me on my BS. You know, I need to make sure that I'm gonna do everything possible to lose the weight that I need to get on that transplant list, because that's my hope. That's my one hope. And so that's what we're after, and that's what I'm gonna go do. You know, that's my journey. And so this medication that I'm about to start is part of it, and it's going to help me to live a little longer, and hopefully it's going to slow down the scarring for me. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and I will read them and either try to address them in the next video, or I will make a phone call, or whatever it takes. I want to answer everyone's questions. That was the purpose of the video, and I hope I answered a lot of questions with this video. So, you know, everyone, thank you for hanging in there with me. Thank you for caring, because, you know, I need that. I really do. So I hope everyone has a great day, and everyone hang in there and keep fighting.